Thank you, Deepti ji. And welcome to all the friends. Today is the second day of our journey. Our topic is magic of intimacy. Today we are talking about a very beautiful and important subject. It's called self-intimacy. Now, yesterday we have spoken about the dance of polarity, where we were speaking about how the masculine feminine principle works. And we understood these dynamics are inside all of us, and we can cultivate these dynamics. Hence, we can also cultivate intimacy inside us. How to be intimate? How the concept of always the intimacy is outside. We have only known when we speak intimacy, we feel it is between two people. Two people can be intimate. Always the other comes. Generally, that is the definition of intimacy that we have learned. But my question is, if we don't understand our own inner depths, and when I'm talking intimacy, here today I will be also, talking the sexual intimacy. Why it's important? Because we all are seekers. We want to know ourselves. We are here to realize ourselves. And if you are on the path of self-mastery, if you are on the path to know our truths, we must include sexuality in it, because with sexuality comes the subconscious. Sexuality and the subconscious mind are related. They are interlinked. And that also makes this subject a little scary, not comfortable. So my intention to present this subject, to make it a little comfortable, understand the intimacy more than the sexual understanding. It is about the emotional part of it. And when we speak emotions, they are volatile. For women, it is easier for them to understand emotions. Men, it's pretty hard. The story for men is a little different, because they have to be strong. They have to be, like a go-getter. So they can't show their emotions. They're not allowed to do that. But I feel the true masculinity comes when a man faces his own emotions. It's important to face your own emotions. Women, it is easier. But sometimes for women, what happens, she gets carried away with her emotions. So we all need to develop the emotional intelligence to understand this subject. Self-intimacy is about holding space for ourselves before even we get to a partner or any other intimate relationship. How do we hold space for ourselves in the time of crisis? When we feel we are abandoned, when there is a rejection, when there is a fear. It can be the other side also. When we are too excited, when we are being in love, can we lie down and hold the space and feel that emotion in our body and not act on it? That is holding spaces. And this is how you develop resilience in your emotional state. And people, not all people they're interested in doing that. But I'm sure whoever is here, whoever is interested in this subject, that's the reason you are here. You want to develop this emotional balance in your relationship, first with yourself and the relationship you have with others, especially if you are talking about intimacy with your partner. The deep need, the sense of being close to whom? To first to ourselves. And then we can take this into a partnership relationship with someone else. So friends, I will be sharing a story to start with. And this story goes like this. I have made a pictorial representation of it. Hope you will like it. There are two monasteries. So in the Tibet, there are monasteries where children are given to the monastery, at a very young age. Every family in Tibet, they are supposed to give one child to the monastery. So the child goes to the monastery around the age of 3, 4, maybe 4 years age. And they grow there their entire life. They have to practice because, they are chosen monks. They need to live like monks. They don't have a choice. So I'm talking about one of these stories. Now, these two monasteries, they had two different kind of teachings. One monastery is teaching love-based. They say that you are already enlightened. You are already God. You have to realize it. And the other monastery is teaching, you are full of sin. You have to wash yourself, cleanse yourself to realize God. So these are the two monasteries, and there are two monks who are practicing in these monasteries, and they developed from these belief system. One is a love-based, one is fear-based. So once what happens now, these monks, when they have come to the monastery, they were young children, and now they are, they are adults, and they want to explore. So they are getting into their adulthood, and they are having their sexual urges. So what they do is they sneak out in the night. The two monks sneak out in the night, and they go to a prostitute to explore their sexuality. So they go and explore sexuality, and when they come out, now the monk who was coming from the fear-based monastery, he suddenly came into his senses and said, what did I do? Oh my God, I was already sinning so much, and I spent so many years to wash my sin. Now I have done another sin. Where will I go? He was so guilty. And the monk who was from the love-based monastery, he came out and he said, okay, I tried something, but that is not as good as what I was practicing. He just came to experiment, and he found what the taste of this sexuality is. And he said, all right. And he went back to the monastery, he studied more, and he got self-realized. But the monk who came out of the fear-based monastery, he couldn't go back to the monastery. He joined the gangsters. So friends, this story tells us, maybe the question to us is, what kind of school are we coming from? Nothing to do with the subject of sexuality, nothing wrong with this sex as we look at it. But what kind of schools have we been taught? about this subject, about masculine, feminine, gender, sexuality. What have we been told? Have we been allowed to explore? Have we been allowed to make mistake? Have we been allowed to know about this subject, or have we been shamed? Have we been feeling guilty about it? That is the question I think we all need to ask ourselves. So friends, all these stems, all these issues that we face in intimacy, in a relationship, especially in the relationship problem. Why? You see the root of the relationship problem coming from the childhood. It's like two small little child, they got married. All the adults, the couples that I keep working and I see, yeah, they are two little children got married. They had earlier little toys to play. Now they have bigger toys to play. That's the only difference. But again, they are same. Yeah. So same roots, the childhood, the kind of wounds, the unmet needs, they start coming out as adults. And we want the other person, so much load we put on the partner that you have to satisfy me now, because now you have married. We need to marry ourselves before we get married to others. So friends, let us center ourselves. We will be doing few exercises because it's more experiential to understand this subject rather than just talking. So I'll be doing the little meditations in between. So today, to start with, let us just center for 2 minutes. We'll do 3 minutes. We'll do a quick meditation and ask yourself, what is the most significant feeling, state that you are at right now? What is the most significant feeling state that you are at right now? So just be there. I'll bring the bell and be in that feeling, not to judge it, not to do anything about it, but just to be with that feeling right now. So let's start. You can close your eyes, my friends. And be with this feeling that you are in right now. If you have too many feelings, you can choose one feeling that is dominant. If you don't have any feelings, ask yourself, can I invite one feeling at this moment? And still, if you don't have any feeling at this moment whatsoever, accept that there might be something blocked in your consciousness not to make you feel anything this moment. Because we are feeling beings, friends. All the time, we are feeling. Breathe and be with the feeling. Be like a lover to yourself with this feeling. What is that you need at this moment? can you take responsibility of that need? Stay with that pure feeling. From the mind, come into the feeling zone. Shift from the mind state into the heart state, into the feeling state, and feel. Be like a loving explorer. Be like a loving scientist to yourself. Gently, now you can come back. Maybe you want to rub your hands and put them on your eyes. Come back. One of the most beautiful practice to develop our relationship with ourselves is to bring ourselves from time to time and ask ourselves, how am I feeling right now? And you will see there is the more you keep doing this, you will start building this relationship, deep relationship with yourself. And you will know what your needs are. So, how many of you here have gone to a date with yourself? Have you ever been to a date with yourself? Put it in the chat. I want to see how many of you resonate with this. Wow. Deepti ji is saying she has gone. Wow. Amazing. Yeah. Great. Many friends have already done this. Wow. Coffee date, Vandana ji is saying. Great. Excellent. So already people are practicing self-love. And friends, I call self-intimacy a deeper form of self-love. Why? Because you are including your most intimate part of yourself. We are so shy and we are so closed when we are talking about this subject to others. It is a shy feeling of guilt. Probably we are not comfortable. Even to our most intimate partner, how many of us are really seen? As I was saying, intimacy is I see. Into me, you see. Into me, I see. How many of us are so open there? Not many. If you are, then you are very blessed. That's all I can say. Not everyone is that blessed. But what is stopping us to look into that part ourselves? Why can't we do that? What is stopping us? Why? What is the hindrance there to be intimate with our own self, to know our sensuality, what feels good for us, what doesn't feel good for us? How do I attract the right partner for myself? If I myself, I don't know what feels right for me, what I really want. When we talk about this subject, there are so many shadows, friends. Sexual act can be coming from some visions, some mental image, some imagination. Because I always keep saying your mind, our mind is the greatest sexual organ. Either we are active in sexuality or either we are suppressed. Either we are comfortable, either we are not comfortable. Or maybe we are, obsessed, possessed about it. Or we just don't want to look at it. Are we in harmony with our sexuality? If anybody says, yes, I'm in harmony with my sexuality, they definitely understand self-intimacy. Because you have taken the responsibility of your sexuality yourself. So friends, let me just share a little more things with you. Okay, this is the monastery story, and I read this. Flower is made of non-flower elements. I just love this. And as I study gender and sexuality, I try to relate everything that I read with my subject. So what I wrote is, sex is made of non-sex elements. Anything that you think sex is about is not sexuality. Right? So I will be talking about going into this pure aspect of ourselves, and we'll do an exercise in few moments. But before that, let me tell you what is the approach, growth model. I want to share this. How do you look at this subject? First, you need to understand, you can only explore this subject when you are in your comfort zone. I call it safe zone. You need to be safe and comfortable to explore this. This is so, so important, friends. So first, you start by creating that safe place inside yourself. And if you are lucky, if you have people around you, or a sangha, or or a partner who is so comforting, then you are blessed, right? If not, you start from your own self, creating this comfort zone. Now, after the comfort zone, there is a challenge zone. Yeah, this is where the shadows are, right? So what you can do is, we can slowly extend ourselves to the challenge zone, little by little. And after the challenge zone, there is one more zone. That's called the extreme zone. Now, what happens is, there is growth where, not in the comfort zone, not in the extreme zone, but where? In the challenge zone. Growth means you become more loving. You become your master yourself. You gain self-mastery. Sexual mastery is about gaining self-mastery, because you're straight away working with energy, but not in the extreme zone. The growth won't happen in the comfort zone also, but in the challenge zone. So if you don't use the comfort zone, what will happen? If we keep staying in our comfort zone, the comfort zone shrinks. Yeah. So what we need to do, we need to expand our comfort zone. More we expand our comfort zone to the challenging zone. So little by little, we need to expand it. So the comfort zone starts growing and occupying the comfort zone. So this is the right attitude to understand this subject, because it's, very, very sensitive. Very sensitive subject. Even working on this subject, I am learning so much because I have to refine myself so much. For the last 5-6 years, I have been presenting workshops on this. I made so many mistakes because I have to be very careful. It is a trigger point for most of us. We are highly emotional here. Many wounds starts coming up when we start understanding intimacy. Yeah. So friends, start with self-love. Start with safe place. Start with comfort zone. Wherever you are, how much comfortable can you be with the subject? Accordingly, you start nurturing yourself and start growing from there. So as I said, today's session is about a lot of exercises. Let us do one very simple exercise. I do it quite often and I want to do it as many times because we have to remind ourselves about this self-intimacy, about this sacred touch. I call it sacred touch. A very simple exercise, friends. You are using maybe 2-3 fingers and you will be touching yourself with full awareness. Full awareness, lovingly. Lovingly, you will touch yourself. Right? And you're giving attention to maybe all the fingers, to your hands, maybe to your face also. You just lovingly, with lot of love and attention, you are touching yourself. So we can start this, friends. We will do it for a few minutes. If you're not comfortable being on this camera, you can turn off your camera and do this exercise. So with the bell ringing, we will all do this exercise. So I'm going to demonstrate. We are going to use 2-3 fingers and just touch ourselves very, very lovingly. We never do this, friends. Let us at least spend 2-3 minutes right now to do this. Okay. Just lovingly, with all the awareness, touch yourself. Give yourself this beautiful time. The present moment. It's like a present. Right? And come out of your mind. Stay with the sensation. See how it feels when you're touching this. 3 little fingers, they are touching. How it feels. Give your whole attention to this feeling, my friends. So with 2-3 fingers, very, very lightly you are touching. Love and awareness. This beautiful body that we have, we are gifted with. Okay, my friends, we come back, and I want anyone to share how it felt. You can unmute and you can share, or if you want to share it on the chat also, you can do that. How you felt. Nice, but got tickling sensation for a few seconds in between and smiling now. Wonderful. Right. Yes. Did it feel good? Have you ever done that earlier? Intimate. Wanted to smile towards the end, Vandanaji is saying. It felt very warm and wanted. Wow. Felt good. I do it sometimes. Wonderful. Yeah. First time felt touch of my own skin. Yes, friends, nobody has taught us about these things, isn't it? Seems like it's the first step of self-love. Yes, feels good. Felt energy flowing in the body. Eternal feeling. Yes, so many experiences. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing, friends. Felt very good. Compassionate to myself. Because this touch is so important, friends. And many of us, we miss this touch and we crave for this touch. Yeah. And this can be like a very simple, easy practice. And it doesn't have to be like a massage and this, but very light, simple touching. So many people are saying about feeling wanted. That is what we need to feel. And who will fulfill that want, friends? We have this always this reflection of this other person who is going to come and do that. If we are blessed, if it happens, then that's great. But trust me, I think 90% of the relationship cases that I work for, how many people have that kind of partnership, have that kind of people in their life, and the whole life we are looking for this. So friends, how our early childhood caregiver have treated us, this depends on the unmet need we have. And we are constantly looking to fill our cup with that. So taking responsibility for meeting your own needs is so important. And all the needs that we have, we can meet it if we take responsibility. Yeah, that is self-intimacy. And once we are coming from inside out, we know what we want in our intimacy. This moment, this present moment has everything that we need to feel intimate. I will say something which might shock few people, but you need to hear it. Can you feel intimate? Can you feel sexual this moment without anything? Without any external trigger, without any partner, without any visual things? Is it possible for you to feel intimate and sexual? I think the most answers would be no. Yes, thank you. Thank you for saying this because the idea of intimacy and sexuality is always with the other. I will do one exercise with you right now, and you will understand what I'm trying to tell you. In a minute, we'll start this exercise. But before that, let me just tell you, friends, we are always surrounded. We are always, can you hear me? Everybody can hear me? Mridulji has some problem. She can't hear. Can everybody hear me? Can someone give me the feedback on the chat?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Great. Okay. So this moment itself has everything that you need to feel intimate, sexual, and connected to your deeper self. This moment has everything. Friends, we are all surrounded by abundant feminine energy. Please hear me again. We are all surrounded by abundant feminine energy. Are we ready to connect and accept? This moment is enough. So now, what others will say, okay, now what will the female say? Okay, then how will I get the masculine energy? I'll tell you one secret. If you can really, really delve into the feminine energy, if you can say, yes, I'm ready to rest in this feminine energy. From that, the masculine energy will automatically awaken. So the female who are incarnated female, they have access to both the energy very easily. The Durga, the Kali, already they have a masculine aspect very easily with them. For males, yes, it can be a little to empower their emotions because male are very scared to get into emotions. Empower their femininity. Then every male need to see their feminine aspect, empower their feminine aspect. And if we can be in the present moment, understanding that this moment I am surrounded with abundant feminine energy. The nature is there. The cosmic energy is there. Everything is feminine. And that is such a loving and intimate energy, friends, for all of us. So let's come to the exercise, this meditation, this special meditation that I want you all to do. We'll start now. Take a comfortable posture. If you are not comfortable with the camera, you can turn it off, because allow yourself to go deep into this experience. That is more important. So let's start, friends. Let us close our eyes, take a deep breath. 2-3 deep breaths, cleansing breaths. And I'd like you to bring yourself to this present moment. This present moment, as I said, it has abundant motherly, feminine energy. This present moment. Connect to that. Connect to your own heart energy. It's a choice, friends. We want to be in love right now. It is available. So feel the heart energy expanding. Feel the heart first, maybe the physical sensation, the sound of the heart, or your breath moving inside the heart. Whatever sensation you have, Connect with your heart and feel this divine feminine energy, love energy inside you. And with each breath, feel this love is expanding. At this moment, you need not do anything. There is no hurry for the next 5-10 minutes. No external thing is required. Just you, your heart, and the feeling of love. And that's enough. With each breath, love expands. It gets more stronger and more beautiful. Now, shift this feeling, this sensation in your heart with the breath. Take it deeper. I like you to push this feeling down below the navel. So you take a breath. You're pushing this feeling from the heart below the navel into your sex organs. And feel that you're filling your sexual organs with all the love, all the light. You're embracing this part that we hardly embrace. Now keep breathing below your navel into the sexual organ. This loving, light feeling. Feel the breath pushing the sexual organ. Accepting, embracing this part of you. Accepting it as a divine part of ourselves, breathing into it. And feel this below the navel, this belly, the lower belly is expanding, getting bigger and bigger. Let this part grow like a ball. With each breath, your lower belly is growing a little bit bigger. Like a lover. You are breathing with so much love and light. Let this ball keep on growing. Let it become as big as like a beach ball. Your lower tummy is like a beach ball Breathe deeply. Keep breathing deep. Another 1 minute. Now gently bring this awareness back to your heart. Come back to your heart, breathe there and rest there. Okay, my friends, whenever you are ready, you can rub your hands, put them on your eyes, and allow your eyes to open. I tell you, my friends, one secret about this meditation, this exercise that we just did right now. If you don't have any emotional blocks, this 5 minutes of breathing can give you a full body orgasm. You don't need anything else. This is called sacred sexuality. Just the breath. So now, if anybody wants to share, they can share how they felt with this breathing today. You can raise your hands, or maybe you can unmute and you can share. Okay, Maithili ji is saying she went to a sleep mode. It's sometimes so relaxing. Yes, deep belly breathing is very relaxing. Yeah. So friends, start by being generous with yourself when you're stepping into self-intimacy practice. is the most amazing, the most beautiful thing that you will ever do for yourself. Working with your emotions and working with your shadows also, little by little, as I said, wherever you are in your comfort zone. Slowly, heart becoming heavy, slowly moving towards deep sleep consciously. Okay, right. Yes. Sometimes we have emotions coming out. Felt an expansion of energy. Yes. Wonderful, Sujata ji. Excellent. So the more we release the blocks from our body, the more this energy starts expanding. It's a creative energy. This is a manifestation energy. This is a empowerment energy, expressive energy. Where will we get our extra energy from? The Taoist master says 25% of that energy is stuck in the sexual energy. 25% is there near the kidneys. It is only used at the time of emergency. And rest 50% is used to the entire body, eating, walking, food, all the organs that are running, the brain thinking. So 50% is consumed there. So we need extra energy. Every one of us need extra energy. Sexual energy is where we can ignite this extra energy. But yes, we have to purify this energy by working on these emotional blocks. We have to develop the emotional intelligence first. And then this energy is released, this Kundalini energy, this life force energy, this chi, it is released and we can use it, we can direct it to come to our fullest potential. So all amazing masters, scientists, they have known about this energy, friends. So that was all about our class today on self-intimacy. I always love to speak about this subject. Tomorrow we have our session on inner marriage. And as Diptiji was saying, we have some surprises. Diptiji, you would like to share?
Yeah, so I'm hoping that everybody comes tomorrow, because for all the people who attend tomorrow, we have some very nice surprises which Aditya has very nicely and kindly offered, and also some big discounts and offers on his upcoming workshop. So in case you're interested in anything, so we'll be talking about it a little in the beginning first tomorrow, and also sharing links in case you want to be part of that. So do come, and a request that please join in by 9 o'clock, so that we can make the most of this time, because otherwise we generally end up starting by 9:05, 9:07, and people who come in late tend to miss the beginning part. Like I think some of you missed the beginning meditation. And we have been getting a lot of requests for recordings. So Monday we will put up the recordings once all the 3 days are done, so that there's a continuation and you can watch all 3 days in continuation. And in case any of your family friends want to go through this 3-day course, you can share the link with them so that they could go through the recordings on Monday or any other day after that. If anybody has any questions, we are here.
Yes. Yes, Maithili-ji, thank you. Thank you.
I guess everybody is in that meditative mode.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect time to go to bed after this meditation. Breathe before today, when you're sleeping, try this deep breathing, belly breathing into the sexual organs from the heart. Bring the heart energy down and breathe. And I'm very sure you'll fall asleep very beautifully. So a very beautiful good night to all of you. Have wonderful dreams and put intentions before going to sleep of reaching our innermost core and loving ourselves, self-love, self-intimacy. You can put the intention and breathe in this way and go to a beautiful sleep. So thank you so much, friends, for joining today. I thank you for your time and this beautiful space. Yes. Thank you to all the friends.
Thank you so much, and
Aditya.
see you all tomorrow.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you, Deepti. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thank you.